Welcome, kindly subscribe. Today we are going to learn about citation in succession case or in probate. So citation is where someone files citation documents, or someone files documents calling upon another person to provide reason why a particular step should not take place. So in this case, there's someone we call the cito. The cito is the one who is filing this document, and then there is the citee. Citee is the person who is being cited to come and provide a reason why a particular step should not take place. So in this case, this is where a person with inferior rights calls upon a person who has superior rights to come and provide a reason why the grant should not, why he's not taking out the grant. Okay? So who is a person with superior rights? A person with superior right to take out the grant is a spouse, children. And a person who has inferior rights is like a creditor. For example, you bought a parcel of land from someone and that someone died. So you'll be a creditor to the estate of that person. Okay? And as a creditor, you have inferior rights. So you as a creditor, you feel like the people who have superior rights, like the spouse or children, they are not taking out the grant. So you cite them. You file something called citation. You cite them and you inform them to come and provide reasons why a particular step should not take place, or why they are not taking out the grants. Okay? So when you're filing this citation document, you should serve the citee or the person with inferior rights, serve them personally, so that if they want to come to court and make their reply, so that citation can be heard. So you have to serve them so that they can come to court, file their reply, and you are both heard. So if this person is served, does not come to court, so the court can grant the cito, or the person with inferior rights can grant them rights to take out the grant. If the person cited does not come to court to give a reason why he's not taking out the grant, the court can grant the person with inferior rights the right to take out the grant or to file succession. Okay? So there are three types of citation. Number one, citation to accept or refuse grant. And like I've said, number one, this is where a person with inferior rights, you file a document in court. You against a person with superior rights, so that the person with superior rights to come to court and inform court why he's not taking out the grant. Okay, so he will come to court to inform the court why he's not taking out the grant. In this case, the person with superior rights, or a spouse or children, they are delaying in taking out the grant. They have declined to take out the grant, and they are not renouncing their rights. So you, as a person with inferior rights, like a creditor, you go to court, you cite them, you tell them, come to court and give a court a reason why you are not taking out the grant. And if they don't take out that grant, the court will give you the right to take out the grant or to file succession. And so you're going to give them a citation to accept or refuse grant. So that is number one. Number two, citation to take out probate. So this is where the deceased or the person had a will, and the properties of the deceased will pass under testate succession. So citation to take out probate is where the executor is the administrator or the personal representative. Under a will, we call them the executor, or the person who is administering the estate of the deceased. So this is where the executor is interfering with the estate of the deceased, or intermeddling with the estate of the deceased, or misusing the properties of the estate. and the executor is not taking out the grant. So you cite them so that they can come to court and give a reason why they should not be compelled to take out a grant. Okay? They come to court to give a reason why they should not be compelled to take out or why they are not taking out this grant. And this citation should be made 3 months after 3 months after the death of the deceased, or after the death of that person. So should be made after the expiration of 3 months from when the deceased died. Okay. Number 3 is citation to propound a will. Citation to propound a will. This is where a person who has an interest in the estate of the deceased, or who has an interest in a will, and believes that this will has not yet been proved or it is invalid, you cite the executors or the beneficiaries of the estate so that the will can be propound, or so that they can see whether that will is valid. So those are the number 1, 2, and 3. So we deal with renunciation. So you as an executor or as an administrator of the estate of the deceased, you can renounce your rights. Let's say you don't take out the grant, you can renounce your right. If you renounce your right, the renunciation has to be in writing, or has to be written, or you have to renounce in front of the court. Either it is in writing, or it is written, or you renounce before court. And if you renounce, you have to renounce all your responsibilities. Okay, all your responsibilities. And if you want to be the administrator again, or the executor, then you have to get an order of court. You have to get an order of, if you want to get back your rights as an administrator or as the executor, or you want to revert this renunciation, you have to get an order of court. So then there is consent. Instead of renouncing your rights, you can consent that someone else who has inferior rights to take out the grant. You can agree that, yes, I have the superior rights, but you as a person with inferior rights, you can take out the grant. Those are just an agreement. You just consent to another person taking out the grant. So that is citation, and I hope that you have learned something. Thank you for watching till